Yeah, it's a really challenging time for farmers and ranchers.
And just this last week, we've had these frosts where it got down to, I think it was 26 degrees here and 24 degrees in Holbrook. And
just when all the barley got ruined, all the wheat got ruined, the hay got turned black.
The volatile markets, I think, is the biggest thing. Input costs are through the roof.
Especially with the cattle end of stuff, and as volatile as the markets have been the past few years.
The water shortage, I mean, a lot of guys this year have no idea how much water they're gonna get.
You're just hoping the yield monitor's wrong, but when you start cutting rounds and there's nothing going into the tank, that's, I mean, the unfortunate part about farming is Mother Nature. It all goes back to, you can do 99% of it right, but if that 1% she decides she's gonna do different, then that's when it's nice to know you have the insurance.
And I think that's where the crop insurance really plays a vital part, is because you can kind of help offset that uncertainty or that unknown.
And it takes one cold night and it can all go down the tubes to where it's, you know, not worth anything, or just no rain on the dry farm stuff, and you have nothing to fall back. You still got all the costs that you got to pay, and there is no income to help pay for that. And with the insurance, it's just kind of a safety net.
It guarantees you a certain percentage of your barley crop or wheat crop on either your revenue or your yield, and then it gives you kind of that cushion, so to speak, that you know you're guaranteed at least X dollars an acre, depending on what your previous yield history and your contract price and whatnot is.
If we're very short on moisture and you've got to find other grazing ground to take your cattle to, this is something that's going to help cover some of those costs, as well as finding feed for your cattle and so forth. It has helped in that way for me.
Because there's no other protection you have for hay. I mean, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you're going to get a rainstorm coming in to put a damper on your party, so to speak.
It's definitely a good safety net for when there is a frost or a drought or whatever, then you're able to carry on another year.
I personally have delivered, you know, over a $3 million check to a producer, and when you do that and they see that kind of money and they're like, man, this literally saves the farm. Because without that, they wouldn't, I mean, that would have been a huge, take years to make that back.
The insurance, to be honest, is as good as your insurance agent. Working with Courtney and Sammy, I've never worked with anybody better.
We can buy insurance anywhere, but you can only buy customer service at certain places. And to me, the customer service is what it's all about.
I trust that they're selling it to me because that's what's right, not just that's what's making them the most money. Yeah, I really appreciate these guys for what they've done.
If I don't have an agent that can't stand with me or behind me and kind of speak up and stand there so I'm not just getting ran over, then that means a lot. And that's kind of why we've been with Archibald